A friend of mine just got a movie. It's student Michael. Before the movie, he had to send a demo, so he sent the demo to me first for review. Listen to the music, and I'm like, there's something weird here with the horns. Send me the stems, sends me the stems, I review the stems, and I'm like, I think the cue is too drastic. What plugin are you using? It's like, just this talkie cue from Cubase, and I was like, use Fabfilter. Like, why? It sounds better. It's like, no, but it looks better. And then he was like, WTF, bro? Like, what Jimmy's like. And so in this video, you'll see how if the plugin is easier to use, your music will sound better because you'll take better decisions. Check it out, it's a lot of fun, it's short, and also I'll show you a few extra tips on EQing. Look at this, I just moved this a little bit and it's already minus 3 dBs. Minus 3 dBs, it is quite a bit. Like, if I'm like, I'm gonna EQ this a little bit, minus 9 dBs, what are you talking about? It's like, this is a lot. And then for like fine tuning here, like sometimes I just EQ like half dB, I haven't even moved this, like it's and so this bothers me a little bit. If you know it, no problem. But if you are getting started, to me, it makes way more sense to have something like this, where, you know, I'll move it like this. It's not that much, 1 dB and a half, 3 dBs, 4 dBs. So to me, like, I've got more precision, less potential errors. We're composers, we are not mixing engineers. And if we are cutting like 6 dBs or 10 dBs, like this was normal, then we most likely are making big mistakes. Like the same type of cut, this is 9 dBs, and here it looks more like it's 4 dBs. Now you can change, you can tweak this, right? And you can, if you need to do something bigger, you can change the scale, and now this is more aggressive. So this track, it works, and in context it works, but it works. But if I was looking to this track, the first thing that stood out to me is like, I wish it was a little bit more consistent. Yes, it's doing this like this kind of like third beat of each bar, right? It's doing this. Yes, I get that. It's not perfect because when I was composing very fast. Anyway, it's not perfect. It needs help. I wish it had that intention, but it was a little bit more consistent. So I'll explain how I got to the dynamic EQ. But I did a few things. So first I corrected this. It was standing out too much at that third beat or third beat of each bar. So the first thing that I did is like a little bit of automation. So you can see how I'm bringing down at the loudest parts. And now it works a little bit better with the rest of the track without. With. So yes, it continues to stand out a little bit, but we still hear kind of like the midpoints here. It's a little bit more even. All right, cool. So that's the first thing that we did. We added a little bit of tape saturation, then I added the EQ, and then I added a little bit of compression. But the EQ, what this does is, if we look at this, let's just solo this. This is the cool frequency, actually. That's, you know, where the character of this instrument or this synth lies. If I cut this, we lose everything. We lose the sound. You're taking away the soul of this instrument. So I wanted to keep this frequency. In fact, I wanted to bring it up a little bit. Now, on top of this, what I did is I added a little bit of dynamic EQ because I like this frequency, but sometimes it's just a little bit too hard. And so I wanted that when it's a little bit too hard, just to cut a little bit, just when it's a little bit too much. And so that's what the dynamic EQ does. Basically, just add whatever you want to cut or boost. And then what you have here is you can bring up this frequency, or you can bring down this frequency, or, you know, in the outer ring here, you can actually do this dynamic EQ. And this basically what it's saying is like, I'm going to boost this frequency or cut this frequency just when it is, you know, loud, let's say, right? So that is what I've done. You'll see this in action, see? So in these moments. That's it, more effective now.